Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it, love it, use it.
All right, everybody, welcome to Musical Musings by WBONTV. I'm Marissa Hempel, and we've got 3 guests in the studio today, some of which drove all the way from Georgia, so I'm pretty excited. They were practicing in the parking lot before, and that was enough to get us all going. They pretty much had a little bit of an audience standing out on the catwalk there watching, so let's introduce them. First off, we have Tim Moore, and then we have Collin Parker and Mike Stallings, who's actually from close by in Estill County, although he didn't really want to say where he was from, so I think the feds are looking for him. We won't worry about that. So let's start off with Tim. Tim, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 28 years old, singer-songwriter from Athens, Georgia. Been running up and down the country for the past couple of years, and playing a lot of dives. And looks like I'm finally making it. They put me in a room with lights in it now, so.
Yeah, you know you've made it when you've got more than one camera that isn't a cell phone, right?
Right.
All right, Collin, tell us a little about yourself.
I'm Collin. I'm 24. I'm from Calhoun, Georgia, and I think he stole my story. I'm pretty much the same way, just playing dives all throughout Georgia, the southeast, and go wherever I can and play anything I can, really.
I think you all can both agree, though, that dives is the way to go, because I see a lot of these, not to diss anybody, but I see a lot of these big artists, and you can tell they've never played a small place.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's the way, like, how did you all kind of cut your teeth, if you want to give me a short little synopsis on that?
We met at the Georgia bar in Athens about 2 years
Athens,
ago.
Yeah.
We'd never met. We just booked a show together, and then it kind of all fell into place. It really worked out. Had a great crowd, and went from there. Haven't stopped.
What would you all say I know we couldn't really nail it down earlier, but what would you all say your genre is?
Americana, alternative country.
That's perfect, yeah.
And Collin, you said you're also in a band, right? You have an
Yes.
album come out. Do you want to do a quick little press for that?
Yes, I'm actually the bass player for Whiskey Dixie out of, I think they call it Adairsville, Georgia. But yeah, we just had an album come out. It's called The Sun is the Moon. So definitely look that up if you're into southern rock, blues type music. But yeah, just some good old southern soul music.
We definitely love that here in Central Kentucky. All right, so Mike, tell us a little about yourself.
I'm Mike Stallings. I'm a singer-songwriter, chainsaw carver. Got a farm over in Estill County. Live in Estill County for the last 20 years. Enjoy playing music. Glad you guys could have us.
Yeah, you've got the mandolin there. I don't know if you all know Trampled by Turtles. I saw them just last week, and I was so impressed with their mandolin player, so I'm pretty excited. I'm sure you can hold to him, right?
I don't know about that.
We're setting
I
the bar
hope so,
high.
though.
Awesome. Well, I know this is the first time you all have played together, correct?
Mhm.
So we're probably just as nervous as you are, but we're ready. Do you all have a song picked out to start us off with?
Yeah, I think we'll do 3 of my originals today.
Okay, let's start off with one. We'll do a short portion after, and then we'll roll into the other 2 whenever you guys are ready.
Here's a song about my dad. It's called How Did Daddy Know?
1, 2.
I have
good, guys. So what, you said that was about your dad, Tim. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, me and my dad got into a fight, and we didn't talk for a while. And I was in Richmond, Virginia, actually, and I wrote that song, and I put it on YouTube, and then he called me about 2 weeks later, so it did its job, I guess.
So it kind of rekindled that
Yeah.
relationship.
It did.
Yeah, so for all those people that kind of have strained relations, which I can relate to, you know, music is a way to connect. Does he have a musical background at all?
Yeah,
or-
he's actually the reason I know how to play guitars. He taught me how to play at an early age, and just introduced me to a lot of music growing up, a lot of different kinds of music. So I'm grateful for that. Thanks,
Well,
Dad, if you're listening.
That kind of segues into my next question, was kind of what your all's inspiration is. So we'll start off and we'll go in a row, and I just want to short, if you all don't care to tell me, what was your inspiration for picking the genre or the instrument that you choose?
Well, I'm a big fan of Tyler Childers, obviously. I think everybody around here is.
all are, yeah.
DJ Barham from American Aquarium, Jason Isbell. I love those guys. So if I could do anything to ride their coattails, I want to do it.
I just saw Jason, the 400 unit at Forecastle.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, great
Yes.
show.
Very good stuff. What about you, Collin?
I can thank my dad and the Allman Brothers for picking up any instrument. Like that's, my dad introduced me to all kinds of different music. Of course, he grew up in the 80s, so he liked that stuff. But I went further back once I got into high school. I was big into the Allman Brothers and the Grateful Dead. And then actually Tim and a couple more buddies introduced me to Tyler Childers and, you know, Jason Isbell, which now I dig them a whole lot. So, yeah. I can thank Tim too. So
Yeah, you
opening
can
up my
bounce off
horizons,
inspiration from each other. You know,
Exactly,
someone who's
yeah.
right next
First
to
time
you.
you've ever thanked me.
Yeah. So it all
And the
comes
first time you
together.
played together.
Exactly.
There's just a ton of magic happening right now.
Yeah, so it all comes together. you know.
Collin, don't you wish you had a time machine to like go back and see shows? I know I do.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Allman Brothers in the 80s. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, Mike, inspiration?
I'd say my wife. She got me my first mandolin, and musician-wise, Dave Grisman, Sam Bush. I like to listen to them a lot. Arthur Hancock had a big hand in pushing me forward on my mandolin, and Ken Holbrook spent a lot of time sitting down, teaching me what I need to know. And I hope I can do him justice.
We always hope, and then they're always, I mean, it seems like whenever you do get a shout out, they're completely blown away. So it's like, I love how artists, you know, everyone kind of supports each other, it seems like, right? Do you all have that same experience that everybody in the community does seem to support one another?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
definitely.
believe that's true.
Yeah.
You got your rogue guys, but you know,
Yeah.
just try to stay away from them.
Yeah.
You got your few. But, yeah, for the most part, everybody, they understand each other, where you're coming from, where you're trying to go. So
I try to give each other a hand up.
exactly.
And that's the way it should be. Well, we definitely want to hear another song. Do you guys have another one in mind?
Sure, this one's a little sad. It's called Silver Linings, but I guess
Are we
it is
gonna
a
cry?
pick-me-up.
Are there gonna
If
be
I'm
tears?
doing my job right, I think.
Right.
All
Yeah,
right.
we had someone in here, and she, I mean, I think Austin, he might not want this shout out, but Austin, when Emmy Sunshine was here, you were crying about that autistic
Emmy's
song.
I've
Yeah.
seen her.
Isn't she?
Saw
She's
her
a
in
little
Chattanooga.
bad A.
Yeah,
Yes.
she is.
So we were very glad to have her where exactly where you guys are sitting. So whenever y'all are ready.
1, 2, 3, 4. Chase your good days, bad ones are coming, they always do. Better keep laughing,
kept on climbing till you made it to solid ground. And don't you ever forget where you came from. And don't you ever turn it back around. Never turn it back around. I used to a lot of smoking, I'd tell another joke, I'd pour another round, then I'd drink until I drown. Wake up alone, no one around, alone again for another no-name town. Guess you could say that it caught up to me, may as well have took a hatchet to my family tree. I've been taught in the hardest of ways that all your actions got prizes to pay. But I danced with the devil in his fiery room. I thought I'd never make it out. I stood toe to toe with some heavyweight troubles, and I made it to the final bout. Found a silver lining, kept on climbing till I made it to solid ground. Don't you ever forget where you came from. Don't you ever turn it back around.
Loved it. That was awesome. I got chills. I get chills a lot, to be honest, but that was awesome. Have you all ever seen that thing about how if you get goosebumps, you have more in your brain has more receptors to music? Has anyone ever heard that?
I've
or am I
seen that on
crazy?
Facebook. Yes.
Right.
I got the goosebumps.
I
Gotta be true.
I believe
Gotta be
yeah,
true.
I believe it.
I think so. Like, I think like some people are more in tune to that. Although I don't really read music probably like you guys do, but enough. So before we do one more, I want to hear kind of about your all's tour experience. I know I'll start with Tim. I know I saw on Facebook you just got a new van, right? Is this a big deal?
It is a big deal. So I went through a few vans. I had my last van lasted me 2 weeks. I made it from Georgia to Lexington, Kentucky, and it fried on me. So I scrapped it out, and I've been in the market for another van. I wanted to build it out like a camper, and just have it so I could sleep in it, be comfortable.
Shed,
on the road.
carpet, the whole nine,
Yeah,
mattress in the back.
Exactly. That's what I was looking for.
Gotta
Then
do it right.
I came across this van, and it's already a camper. Like it's built like that, so it's meant to be.
Is it out in the parking lot right now?
No, it's not.
Oh, we wanted to get a shot of it. Bummer. Okay.
Next time.
That's all right. I'll steal it off Facebook. We'll show the viewers what it looks like.
Cool.
'Cause I'm sure everybody wants to know this decked out vehicle. So you played, was that at the Borough? You were going to Lexington at the Borough?
I was. Yeah.
Great venue. Love it. It's only been around for a couple years, right?
2
Yep.
years
2
last
years.
week. I
Yep.
think.
Every time I go out there, I'm like, I'm trying to get good shots of the stained glass, but it never works out, right? Unless
It's
you're on
iconic.
stage.
It's
Everybody's
beautiful.
got that picture.
It is. Have you all played there at the Borough?
I
did.
have not. I've
Colin's
never
like,
been
please
there.
book me.
Yeah.
definitely.
This is a
Guys
shout
are
out for
listening.
Colin for you. Yeah, y'all at the Borough. Colin needs booked.
I want to see the stained glass. Yeah. So.
We'll take you there tonight. We're
Dun,
in town.
dun, dun.
We're staying in town tonight, actually, for the
Yeah,
Wooks
tell us
show.
what you're seeing.
We're going to see the Wooks, and it's going to be awesome.
Gotta work it up.
Yep.
Yeah. Is anyone gonna be at Kicking It on the Creek, by the way? Because we'll be there.
Yep.
I know. I figured Mike would be.
Yeah, I'll be playing there.
Yeah, Mike's playing there.
So, Colin, tell us a little about touring. How's that experience been for you?
It's fun. Yeah, it's definitely fun. Better than working a normal job, I guess. But yeah, I was in Georgia playing with the band I'm with, and our singer actually plays with him as well, Hunter Blaylock. So I went to watch one of their shows, and he's like, "Hey, you want to go to Ohio?" I was like, "Sure." So that's how this gets. Yeah, I was like, that's how this started, and still with him.
That's the attitude to have, I guess, when you're on tour. Like, hey, you want to go 500 miles away? I'm down.
Yeah,
Nothing
you-
tying me down.
Why not?
It gets
Yeah.
kind of hard, but it's fun. Very fun all the time.
Awesome.
Sometimes it's too much fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
But then that way, you're doing it right. Mike, any experience with touring? If you're
Yeah, been up and down the East Coast, West Coast. Been a lot of fun. I don't know. I just like the road, but I like staying home too.
You got the farm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to leave either.
You got a farm in Estill County?
Yeah, I bought a 50-acre farm.
Nice,
It's out in the
beautiful.
woods. It's really nice. We're pretty stoked about it, but it doesn't mean that music ceases. That's a really good inspiration point. Go out there and write music, sit around and enjoy yourself. Campfire inspiration.
Yeah, I would love to be a fly on the wall with all of you all, although you haven't played before practicing. You know, I love hearing you guys. So we definitely want to hear one more song. So you all
Yeah,
have one
of
more
course.
for us? Okay.
This one's kind of about running up and down the country, playing in all these places, and
Well, how appropriate.
it's not always as glamorous as people think. Like we met some guys last night. They were like, "I can't believe you guys are at our house. Why wouldn't we be at your house?"
Like,
You
bro,
invited
we got
us over.
nowhere else to go.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Do we pop a string?
Yeah, I did.
Are we going to be able to survive without or not?
How did that happen?
D string.
Can't capo and fix that, huh?
Let me look in my case.
Ready to rock?
Yeah, I think I found an old string that's gonna work.
Isn't that wonderful? We can just roll with it and make it
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
All right, so last song, guys. We're ready.
Wrapped up in neon lights, and I never did as I should. I played the empty rooms more than a time or two. Some nights it's probably for the best, 'cause I've showed my ass a few times in the past. I'll just blame it on lack of rest. I used to chase whiskey and women till dawn, still wake up all alone. Some dirty motel hung over his hill, and all of my money be blown. So love me through the good times and forgive me for the white lines that make me just speed away from here. Don't judge the things I've done, 'cause I can't outrun this past I've created, my dear. It doesn't matter what I've learned, I can't rebuild what I've burned. That river is just too high to cross. If that bridge was in ashes, I wasn't holding these matches to be someone to blame for my loss. Lord, I must be lost. I must be leaving. Ain't no time for grieving. Gotta
not gonna lie, I had chills the entire time. But for me, that's not saying much because I constantly do. But that was awesome. I'm just kidding. Y'all killed it. Awesome. Tim, tell us what the name of that song was. I don't know if you mentioned it at the beginning.
28.
And all this is original, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything. So if you guys want to go one by one to kind of wrap it up, tell us where they can get more information about you and your music.
Facebook, Tim Moore Music, YouTube, Instagram, Christian Mingles, Farmers Only.
Farmers
I'm
Only is
just
probably
kidding.
what I
I was just kidding about last year, but yeah, just Facebook really is my main outlet. I put everything on.
You might want to look into Farmers Only. I feel like that's where you get a lot of, interest.
I'd get something.
That could be the new.
Collin's on there. I'm sure Collin's already got it.
Yeah. I can.
You were there.
I can plug you into some people. So,
Thanks.
Colin, where can people find more about not only you, but also Whiskey Dixie?
Facebook. Yeah, Collin Parker on Facebook and Whiskey Dixie. And they're on Instagram and all that too. I'm not on Instagram, so, but used to be. I deleted it. But yeah, Whiskey Dixie on all the social media stuff. But and me, that's all I got is
got a
Facebook.
Whiskey
Yeah, we do have a
Dixie
website. Yeah, I'm bad. Yeah,
Gotta remember the old website.
I
Still,
know. Yeah, it's still a thing. But
Domains are still a thing.
They are. How else would GoDaddy survive, right?
exactly. Yeah.
There's probably so many copyright infringements going on in this podcast. We've been just throwing out names like it's no big deal. Mike, last off, tell us where people can get more information, especially around here. You're right next door in Estill County.
That's right. You can pretty much get a hold of me on Facebook, through Messenger or anything like that. We do have an Instagram. I have a Facebook page, Mike Stallings Music, and then I have another page that's Sparrow's Nest Farms, and that covers a lot of the chainsaw carvings, a lot of landscaping and stuff like that I do on the side.
Awesome. You all were great. Thank you all for joining us for Musical Musings. We'll have this up really soon. Be sure to share it because we want to get the word out, especially all the way down in Georgia.
Definitely. Yeah.
So keep sharing it. And if you all ever anything else, just definitely key us in. Let us know for sure.
Thanks.
Thanks for having
Thank you
us.
guys.
Thank you.